All right, good evening, everyone. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026, and let's dive into our latest video. Wanted to firstly go over the current weather conditions of what we have going on. Let's have a look at the radar picture, and there is some things to go over here. We do have some showers and thunderstorms that are now beginning out here in western and central portions of South Dakota into western Nebraska. And in fact, as I'm recording this, there is actually a severe thunderstorm warning that is out here in effect for western South Dakota. This is just east of Rapid City. This includes New Underwood, Wall, and Wasta areas. There is a severe thunderstorm warning box. As you can see, this storm is in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central for this is a wind threat. So the damaging wind threat is 70-mile-per-hour winds associated with this storm, and the storm is moving north at 45 miles per hour. So a wind threat with this severe thunderstorm warning. That is the reason why they have went ahead and issued this. Also, there's some other activity up here towards the Pier area. As you can see, there's some showers and thunderstorms. And then out here in Cherry County in Nebraska as well, there's some showers and thunderstorm activity. All of this is expected to grow as we go throughout the rest of the evening hours, and it's going to last through the overnight hours, move west to east across South Dakota, and we'll see what happens with the severe weather threat. Now, another thing that I have on this map is the severe weather outlook for the remainder of the day. So this is where we are seeing that marginal risk for severe weather, level 1 out of 5 here for a large chunk of South Dakota into central and western Nebraska. So places like North Platte up to Valentine, and then Rapid City, Pier, Mulbridge, and Aberdeen, all included here in this marginal risk for severe weather. So we need to be on guard. We need to be being weather aware as we go throughout the rest of the day for that severe weather potential. We are already seeing that here in western South Dakota with a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds. So that's no joke. 70 miles per hour, that's very strong winds. Now, we do have another weather story to go over for today, and that is the red flag warning that is in effect here across the entire state of South Dakota is underneath this red flag warning that is in effect for the remainder of this evening, and it also extends into a large chunk of Nebraska, and it extends into extreme northwest Iowa, and also a large chunk of Minnesota. And so it really covers most of the northern plains here. Today was a very hot day out there for this time of the year. We saw 80s and 90s for daytime highs. Pier even got close to 100, believe it or not. We were in the mid to upper 90s in central South Dakota. And as a result, with the hot weather, the strong gusty winds, if you were outside today, you know how hot and windy it was today. But with that combo, as well as low humidity and also dry ground, that is a perfect recipe for high fire danger across the region. And so outdoor burning is not recommended for the remainder of the day today. And also just be mindful of that and this fire danger that we have. All right, we're going to get back to our weather video in just a moment. But first, sponsorship opportunities out there. We are looking for sponsors. So if you are interested in partnering with T-Storm Chasers and becoming a sponsor with us, feel free to reach out to us on our Facebook page or any of our social platforms, as well as our email or phone number. And we're also launching our new weather call system that is available now. Highly recommend. Sign up. It's $15 for a whole year, and you get life-saving phone calls from us here at T-Storm Chasers. It is a GPS-based system, so any warnings that are issued in your area during severe weather events such as tornadoes, severe weather, and flood events, any warnings that are issued for your immediate area, you will receive a phone call within seconds from us at T-Storm Chasers, giving you guys life-saving information. If you're interested, sign up today. Go to the website at tscalert.org. Now let's get back to the video. All right, so let's dive into the details of this forecast. Let's take a look at the European model, the latest. Here's the current picture. You can see those thunderstorms in southern South Dakota. Let's go ahead and play this out. If we go throughout the next couple of hours, we are expecting to see more thunderstorms firing up here across mainly central South Dakota here. Pier down to Winter and maybe a little bit points west, but it does look like any activity is going to move in an easterly direction as we go throughout the evening and overnight hours. And then by tomorrow morning, It's going to move west to east into eastern South Dakota, so places like Aberdeen down to Sioux Falls, we could see some rain showers tomorrow morning. So keep that in mind. Also, northeast Nebraska could also get in on this as well, even northwest Iowa. And then as we head into tomorrow, we'll get kind of a break in the action. We'll see those lingering showers kind of fade out. And then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, we are going to start to watch more chances for thunderstorms to develop and fire up. Basically along the I-29 corridor is what we are expecting for these thunderstorms to get going, and then they will move east along that cold front and dry line, and southern Minnesota, Iowa, and eastern Nebraska is going to be the spot we're going to be keeping a very close eye on for tomorrow for thunderstorms and severe weather potential. As you can see here, there's that line from Minnesota down to Iowa and into eastern Nebraska. So a large line of thunderstorms and severe weather is going to be likely here across those areas. And then as we head into Thursday night, we could end up seeing some light snow showers out in southwestern South Dakota into Wyoming. Rapid City, the Black Hills region, we could see some snow showers. Don't be surprised if you're out in those areas. Thursday night into Friday morning, we could see some snowflakes. And then Friday, we'll get kind of another break. Looks like we got a high pressure over us on Friday, so for the most part, we will remain dry. But Friday night, once again, we are looking at more rain showers down here in Nebraska, and it could linger up into Sioux Falls by Saturday morning. And then as we head into your day on Saturday, we'll get kind of another break. It's basically kind of just this hit or miss type activity of rain showers that we're going to be seeing. But then on Sunday, we start to notice a shift in the pattern here. Have a look here at this weekend. Looking at Sunday, another system comes in to the northern plains, and we are going to be looking at widespread rain showers, maybe even some freezing rain and snow out in western South Dakota. Rapid City up to Buffalo, Black Hills, we are seeing potential for more snow out there. So we need to be on alert. We need to be weather aware, need to be prepared for this activity. In Sioux Falls, we could see a soaker on Sunday. It could be raining all day on Sunday. That is on the table. Sunday into Monday, looks like by Monday that system will finally start to get out of here, and this could pack more of a punch than a lot of models are suggesting. It looks like the European model has been the strongest when it comes to this system on Sunday into Monday. We'll see what happens next week. There are some hints towards the end of the month that we could see some more activity. Now, here is a look at the Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlook map for tomorrow. Have a look here. We do have this severe weather risk goes all the way from Texas all the way up to the Canada border. We are seeing chances for severe weather. The marginal risk in green, this includes Sioux Falls. It includes eastern Nebraska into Minnesota and portions of Iowa. But mainly what we are focusing on is the slight risk in yellow here. That is our highest chance for severe weather. It goes into Kansas, Missouri, but it goes into eastern Nebraska, most of Iowa, and then southern Minnesota. And that is what we're looking at for this risk. Sioux Falls is right on the edge of it. We're in the marginal risk, but we're right on the edge of the severe weather. So Iowa is going to be probably our main target for tomorrow. Unfortunately, we will not be storm chasing this tomorrow, but we will be here and we will go live as needed. If we get severe weather tomorrow, we will be going live with coverage. So stay tuned for that. And then here is a look at our tornado risk for tomorrow. We have that 2% in green. This does include Sioux Falls. So Sioux Falls, we need to be weather aware. Even though we're in the marginal risk, we do have a 2% tornado risk. Then farther to the south, we have a hatched 5% risk. That includes Omaha, southwestern Iowa, eastern Nebraska, and then it extends into Kansas and Missouri. But that is where the highest probabilities for tornadoes will be. It will be south of Sioux Falls. And so we will keep a very close eye on that. And then here is our hail risk. We are going to be seeing 15% risk in yellow with a hatched risk down here in eastern Nebraska, southwestern Iowa, including the Omaha area. And then the wind risk is the yellow 15% there that surrounds this slight risk of severe weather. So we need to be weather aware tomorrow. We need to be having a way to receive weather updates, and also this is a good time to sign up for our weather call system so that you get life-saving phone calls for warnings that are issued in your immediate area. So you want to make sure that you have a safety plan in place and make sure you have a storm shelter. All right, so let's go ahead and look at these temperature trends for the next several days. Starting tomorrow, you can see we're going to cool things down already with temperatures falling into the 60s and 70s, but still, that is really nice for this time of the year. We should be in the low 60s, and we're going to be in the upper 70s in a lot of these places in eastern South Dakota, into Minnesota, Nebraska, and even Iowa. So we are going to be seeing cooler weather, but still warm. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully that makes sense. And out west, we are going to start to see some cooler air move in, though. We are seeing 40s and 50s out to the west, so we need to be looking at that, because starting on Friday, that cooler air is going to move all the way east across the region by Friday, and we're going to be cooling things down. But really, we're going to be right where we should be for this time of the year. I mean, again, we should be in the low 60s, and that's where we're going to be on Friday. So one exception is out in the Black Hills. We're going to be stuck in the 40s out there, even the 30s for daytime highs in the higher elevations of the Black Hills. So I did want to point that out. Sioux Falls should be around 60 on Friday. And then for your weekend, it's going to look about the same as Friday. A lot of these maps starting on Friday, lasting through the weekend and into next week, is going to look very similar. Saturday, 50s and 60s, 50s to low 60s for daytime highs on Saturday. Sunday, we are seeing much cooler air actually out to the west on Sunday, so be prepared for this. 30s for highs in the Black Hills, 40s out in western South Dakota for daytime highs, 50s in Pierre and Aberdeen. Sioux Falls will be right around 60 on Sunday. And then next week, we are going to see more of the same. We're seeing cooler weather, especially out to the west, 40s and 50s, and then 50s and 60s in the eastern half of the region. And then on Tuesday, we're going to see 50s widespread across the region. So not much is going to be changing here starting on Friday. We're going to be seeing much of the same, a similar weather pattern, 50s to low 60s on Wednesday of next week. So get used to the 50s to low 60s, because that's going to be where we're going to be at temperature-wise for the next several days starting on Friday. So if you like the hot air, if you like the hot weather, you're going to have to wait a while. So that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash the like button and drop a comment down below. We want to hear from you guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring those notification bells so you don't miss any of our future videos. And also check us out on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok so you don't miss any of our content over there. And with that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.